So you're a professional music creator and you're looking for the best audio interface that you can find under $2,000. Well, you come to the right place because I got 4 of the best audio interfaces that money can buy, long as it's under $2,000 worth of money. All right, before we start, I want to give a shout out to Zounds. Zounds has fast, free shipping and the best payment plans in the business. So if you are planning on buying any music equipment, use one of the links in my description and it'll take you to Zounds. Anything you buy on Zounds from that point will help support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. So let's get into the video. So these are the best audio interfaces according to all the audio nerds in the comment sections of every video talking about audio interfaces. So I wanted to check them out for myself. So who are these audio interfaces for? This is mainly for the people who want to upgrade. They want better sound, they want more features, they want, you know, something that they can mix with very well. They want something that records very well. They want great workflow. I'm not gonna get too technical because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna talk about what I know. And the number one thing that matters to me is workflow. Of course, audio quality is up there as well, but I need the workflow to be as seamless as possible so I can just create, which is why I chose the Apollo as my main interface, because I can use auto-tune and there's little to no latency. It's very straightforward. Is it the best conversion on the planet Earth? I don't know. It sounds good to me. So I'm gonna test that against all these other audio interfaces to see if I need to swap out my audio interface for one of these other ones. I doubt it because I got my workflow down pat and I love the sound. So it would have to really blow me away. It would really have to blow me away for me to switch. So right here I have the RME and I'm gonna read off some of the features here. It's full standalone functionality, meaning you can actually record without a computer. And you can record to a USB, which is really dope. They have this thing called Total Mix, which is basically a software mixer where you can route, you have a lot of routing options. You actually have 20 channels to record and 20 channels for playback. It has EQ in here, got dynamic processing, echo, and reverb, so it has some DSP effects just like Apollo. So let's talk about the connectivity. As you can see, it has a lot going on here. So you got the 20 input, 20 output channels. You got 8 analog I/O. You got 2 mic inputs in the front, and they double as the line instrument inputs. You got AES, EBU, and SPDIF. World clock in and out, MIDI I/O, and USB 2. If you don't know what some of that stuff is, then you probably don't need to worry about it. It also has the ADAT in and out. Then you got 1 headphone jack. It's always good to have 2 headphone jacks because in case you have somebody else in the studio and you're recording them. So yeah, that's the RME UCX2. Now the RME felt a little light. This one right here feels solid, feels very heavy. The MT48 is a fully featured digital mixing console. This one has reverb. I'm not sure if the RME has reverb, but I know the Symphony desktop does not have reverb. There's a workaround, but it doesn't come with it. As a unique feature, the MT48 offers pre-effects and post-effects recording at the same time. Neumann calls it dual output technology. So you can actually record a dry signal and a signal with the effects at the same time. So the thing about this is that it's actually made by merging technologies. So it has these super high quality converters. So this is supposed to sound the best. I can tell you that it's very solid. The buttons, I don't really like the buttons. They're rubbery. I don't like rubbery buttons. That's just a me thing. I'm not into that. But the knob feels good. Pause. And this right here, the screen is really nice. I haven't turned it on yet, so we'll see how nice it looks when I turn it on. All right. Let's look at the I/O here. So you have 2 headphone jacks, which is great. I love having 2 headphone jacks. And you have 2 instrument line inputs. In the back, you have 2 microphone, XLR microphone inputs, and you have these 2 outputs, which are XLR for your monitors. It also has two more line outs and then it has MIDI in and out. So it's a little bit limited on the box itself, but you can expand this if you have a bigger setup because it has ADAT and it has AES. It also supports Ravina, which I don't know what that is, but apparently it has the ability to accommodate larger setups. I don't have that issue, so I don't know anything about it, but apparently you could connect this to a much larger setup. The cool thing about this and most of these other ones is that they come with everything that you need. They have all of the chords. Talking to you, Apollo. So yeah, that's the Neumann MT48. Next, you have the Apogee Symphony Desktop. This is the most affordable Symphony in the series of the Symphony series. It is very, very dope. I love the sound of this one. It's a little lighter than the Neumann. The Neumann is a brick, but also the Neumann comes with the carrying case. So with the Apogee Symphony Desktop, they took their larger Symphony converter and put it into this right here, this form factor, and I like the sound of it. Sounds great. It also comes with DSP. Now the DSP works really well. It doesn't have the reverb, but it has like a Pull Tech, which is endorsed by the actual Pull Tech company. And it also has a LA3A in there and a few other devices. So these are actually solid plugins. It doesn't have any pitch correction. None of them do, except for the Apollo. The main reason you would get this one is for the Apogee sound. The sound is amazing, like especially if you love that Apogee sound, or if you already have a Symphony. If you have a Symphony and you want to have something that's more mobile on the road, this will match the Symphony that you got, you know. And you could control, I believe you could control the Symphony with this. I'm pretty sure you can. So let's look at the connections here. So you have one headphone jack in the front, you got another one in the back, you got one instrument line in, you got, you know, the TRS for the monitors, you have two XLR combo jacks going in. You can bypass the preamps on this, which is really good. And you have a USB port, but this is just for updates, so you can't really use it for anything else. So this has the most limited I/O out of all of them, but you have ADAT as well. You have 8 more ins and outs. This is a very, very good audio interface. And then you have the X4, the Apollo. Everybody know what this is. It's been around for a while. People want an update. I think it still sounds great. I think it still works great. This is a 12 in, 18 out Thunderbolt interface. It has the onboard quad processor. It has really good conversion, according to me. And you know, this is an industry standard. You see like Post Malone, The Weeknd, just to name a few, they use an Apollo. I don't know if they still use an Apollo, but they have used an Apollo and made hit songs with the Apollo, so it sounds great. It has so many different plugins that you can get for the Apollo. You have to buy them. You do get some that come with it, which is great. And the ones that come with it is pretty much all you need. I would recommend getting the auto-tune if you do that type of music, if you need, you know, the singer to be able to, or the rapper to be able to hear their voice in auto-tune as they go. I think that there's nothing better for that specific need than the Apollo. It has the buttons. I love buttons. I love these buttons. They're very clicky buttons. And then I will say that I don't like the fact that you can't mute the headphones. You have to turn the headphones all the way down. So I don't understand that, but maybe there's a way to do that. But I guess you got to do it within the software, which is not ideal. Let's talk about the ins and outs. So you have your 2 headphone jacks in the front, and I like the way they put the headphone jacks in the front like this. I kind of like the Neumann better because one's on one side, one's on the other. You have the 2 line-in instrument inputs, and on the back you have 4 XLR inputs. Line outs, you have your 2 monitor line outs and then 4 more line outs. You cannot bypass the mic pre's on this one. For some people that's a deal breaker. So you got to be aware of that. This also has ADAT, and you can expand the connectivity with this one as well. So overall, very solid choice. So for all of these interfaces, I'm gonna do some recording so y'all can compare and contrast the recording. I'll also have the files in the description below. That will be the A to D conversion. Then I'm gonna test out the D to A, which is the audio coming back out to the monitors and the headphones. I know you're not gonna be able to really fully hear that part, but what I'm gonna do is have my audio recorder just record so you can hear the differences in this room. You're just gonna have to take my word for it for the most part. It's very hard to do all of these comparisons at once, and I don't know why I decided to do that. I should just probably do them one by one, but I'm crazy. So let's get into the sound quality.
No moment is wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, not leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can't keep it the pacing, they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. No moment is wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, not leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can keep it the pacing, they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. No moment is wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, not leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can't keep it the pacing, they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. No moment is wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, not leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can't keep it the pacing, they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience.
Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll.
No moment is wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, I leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can keep it the pace and they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. Niggas be talking but never be walking. The shit they be talking and speaking ain't even the paraplegics. They see the defeated, then hate when they see you succeeding. Ain't really no need to be heated if you wanted to go and achieve it. If you see it, then you can receive it. Just gotta really believe it. I want it as bad as I wanna be breathing like E.T. I'm dreaming, come follow the leader. My feet up on the I'm eating, so spitting this shit up just like a bulimic.
Roll the dice and let them roll. What will end, you'll never know until you roll. So let them go. Da, 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 da.
I'ma shake the dice
and let them go. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll.
I'ma push the gas
into the flow. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll.
I'ma go faster.
See you green, I gotta go. Lead jack, hit the road.
I'ma go faster.
Willie beaming with the throw.
I do what the fuck I want.
Do what you fucking told. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll.
No moments wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, I leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, not stopping the cadence. Can keep with the pace and they can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. Niggas be talking but never be walking. The shit they be talking and speaking ain't even the paraplegics. They see the defeated, then hate when they see you succeeding. Ain't really no need to be heated if you wanted to go and achieve it. If you see it, then you can receive it. Just gotta really believe it. I want it as bad as I wanna be breathing like ET. I'm dreaming, come follow the leader. My feet up, I'm bleeding, I'm hungry, I'm eating, so spitting this shit up just like a bulimic.
Roll the dice and let them roll. What will end, you'll never know until you roll. So let them go. Da, 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 da.
I'ma shake the dice and let them go. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma push the gas into the flow. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma go faster. See you green, I gotta go. Lead jack hit the road. I'ma go faster. Willie beaming with the throw. I do what the fuck I want. Do what you fucking told. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. No moments wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, I leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, fuck hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, I stop in the cadence. Can keep with the pace and the can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. Niggas be talking but never be walking. The shit they be talking or speaking ain't even the paraplegics. They see the defeated, then hate when they see you succeeding. Ain't really no need to be heated if you wanted to go and achieve it. If you see it, then you can receive it. Just gotta really believe it. I want it as bad as I wanna be breathing like ET. I'm dreaming, come follow the leader. My feet up, I'm bleeding, I'm hungry, I'm eating, so spitting this shit up just like a bulimic.
Roll the dice and let them roll. What will end, you'll never know until you roll. So let them go. Da, 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 da.
I'ma shake the dice and let them go. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma push the gas into the flow. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma go faster. See you green, I gotta go. Lead jack hit the road. I'ma go faster. Willie beaming with the throw. I do what the fuck I want. Do what you fucking told. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. No moments wasted, I get up and chase it. The dream I've been dreaming, the manifestation, the hustle, the grind. There is no replacement, I leisure with time. There is no vacation, I'm going and getting, fuck hoping and waiting. Marching the mission, I stop in the cadence. Can keep with the pace and the can't stand adjacent. Money is freedom, emancipation from that job slave situation. Like a bad doctor, I'm losing patience. Niggas be talking but never be walking. The shit they be talking or speaking ain't even the paraplegics. They see the defeated, then hate when they see you succeeding. Ain't really no need to be heated if you wanted to go and achieve it. If you see it, then you can receive it. Just gotta really believe it. I want it as bad as I wanna be breathing like ET. I'm dreaming, come follow the leader. My feet up, I'm bleeding, I'm hungry, I'm eating, so spitting this shit up just like a bulimic.
Roll the dice and let them roll. What will end, you'll never know until you roll. So let them go. Da, 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 da.
I'ma shake the dice and let them go. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma push the gas into the flow. Watch a nigga roll, Mad Max Fury roll. I'ma go faster. See you green, I gotta go. Lead jack hit the road. I'ma go faster. Willie beaming with the throw. I do what the fuck I want. Do what you fucking told.
So I plugged in my headphones, and I must admit that all of them sounded really good in the headphones. You really can't go wrong with any of these audio interfaces. They do sound different, but it wasn't really that much of a difference. The RME has a sharpness to it that, feels very aggressive in the high ends, but it sounds good though. The Symphony desktop sounds really, really good. I love the coloration in the Symphony desktop. It's very pleasing to my ears. Now the Neumann sounded amazing in the headphones. It was a lot of separation, very clear, just crisp and nice, but it did kind of distort when I turned it up loud. I feel like I was able to turn the Apollo up a little bit louder. It just has that oomph, that analog sound, and I really like that sound. So I went down a rabbit hole of comparing the Neumann against the Apollo because I like the way they sound, but I expected the Neumann to sound a lot more better than the Apollo, but it really didn't to me. So I just went back and forth, and I was driving myself crazy. So I just needed a fresh pair of ears. So I asked my wife to do a blind test, and I let her listen to Lose Control by Teddy Swims, and she listened to it 3 different times, blind test, and these are the results. Remember, she has no skin in the game. She has no idea what an audio interface really is. So this is like her honest opinion. All right, so you picked on both. So you picked number 2 on that one, right?
Yes, I picked number 2 on that one.
All right, so you pick the Universal Apollo every time.
Okay.
So that's an older device, and people are saying that the other one is so much better than that one. So you picked the one that's supposed to be inferior.
I disagree.
So you're Team Apollo.
I'm Team Apollo. For me, when I listen to music, especially I'm listening in the car, I love listening to like all the instruments in the song. So like every single like variations that they use in the song, like instruments, whether it's piano or guitar, whatever, like I listen for that. And I feel like with this song, with the other device, it was just like the first one felt like the words were like scratchy and like not as crisp, not as like clear, versus the second one that you made me listen to. The other one, like the words, every single thing that he said throughout the song while he was singing, like you can hear the crispness of every single syllable, every single word that he says. You can hear exactly what he's saying, and you can hear the instruments like pop more, like it's like clear. So
okay, and you're not paid by Apollo.
I am not paid by Apollo.
You're not paid
Please
by
pay me
Universal
though.
Audio.
Pay me though. But unpopular opinions, I guess. But I'm not a musician, so I feel like I'm a good candidate to like make a distinction because I don't do music or anything. So yeah.
You're the consumer.
Yeah, I'm a consumer.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So which one is the best? Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, flossed out. But seriously, there's only the best for you and what you want. You have to choose what's good for you. All right. I actually ranked these in a few categories, so I'm gonna go over that. But remember, these are just my opinions. These are just my opinions, bro. These are just tools, so don't be one of them, all right? So I broke it down to workflow, sound quality, and value. Let's go over workflow. So coming in at number 4, I have the RME for the workflow. And I know some of y'all RME users are screaming at me, it has the best workflow ever. I know. But I didn't like using it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and this is my personal opinion, I didn't like using it, so therefore I didn't have enough time with it to really go in depth and really understand all the nuances of like total mix and the device itself. Of course I can learn it and get over how ugly it is, but come on, why do I need to? Coming in at number 3 is the Apogee Symphony Desktop. The workflow is fantastic. It has the dual path recording. You can actually do direct monitoring directly in your DAW using a dual path recording using their plugin. So unlike Universal Audio where you got to use the console, you can just stay within the DAW, which is great. It also has something similar to UAD with the preamps, something like their Unison preamps, but they call it the Alloy. And it changes the electricity, the impedance of the preamp to match a certain virtual preamp. It doesn't really have a lot of choices for preamps, but with the Symphony Desktop, you're also able to bypass the preamp. So if you have your own preamp, that won't matter too much to you. The direct monitoring is great, but it doesn't have reverb built in. So you actually have to do a workaround, which is doable, but it's just an extra step. Coming in at number 2 is the Neumann MT48. I really like the touchscreen. I really like the flexibility of it. The effects are really good. They're transparent, and the reverb is actually built in, so you can like monitor it. I like that it has buttons as well, because I don't want to just rely on the touchscreen. like the Apogee. So that's why I put this one at number 2, because you can actually do everything from the device. It's better to look at too. The screen itself is brighter. It's a lot of color, and it just looks nicer. The depth of the options is crazy. It's so many options that you could choose. I probably wouldn't be using all of those options, but for someone who needs it, I can see that this one could be a very, very good choice for you. So the audio interface with the best workflow, in my opinion, is the Apollo, especially since I'm a recording artist. I record other artists as well. I love recording through console. I love using Luna. The Unison preamp sounds so close to the real thing. And with Luna, I'm able to monitor auto-tune real time and still commit to the preamp and compression and everything like that. There's really no workflow like it, so it's just top for me. And for a little more money, you can actually get the X6. And the X6 is a little over $2,000, but you get to bypass the preamps and you get some more ins and outs. The X4 still sounds good with external devices though. All right, so I'm gonna rank the sound quality, and I don't want y'all to go crazy in the comments because I have my own taste, you have your own taste, and hey, you like what you like, I like what I like, all right? Don't get mad if your favorite interface is in last place. And it's gonna be a lot of y'all favorite interface. So number 4, in last place, I will put the RME. It's an amazing sounding device. All of these devices sound amazing. All of these interfaces sound great. They're all professional. The RME is clear and accurate. It's banging. All the things. I just prefer the others. All right, coming in number 3, I would say it's really close between the Apogee Symphony Desktop and the Apollo, but I would have to put the Apollo at number 3 just because it doesn't have the depth of the other two. But to me, I like the way the Apollo sounds. It has more excitement, more energy and stuff like that. But technically, I would have to put it at number 3. It's banging though, but the low end is a little smeared. And yes, I preferred it much more than the RME. And I know y'all gonna say that my ears are trash and I couldn't hear an elephant two-stepping on bubble wrap, but to me, that's my opinion. And I'm gonna stick with it. I love that analog sound, but technically I would have to give the Apogee the number 2 spot. The Apogee Symphony Desktop is so pleasant to listen to. There's so much depth. The stereo field is great. It's a little smaller sounding and the output is not banging as much, but I feel like the lows, the sub frequencies are tighter, and there's more separation between the instruments over the other two for sure. I just like listening to the sound quality of the Apogee. Fantastic. And remember, Apogee, you can always send me the rack unit. If it sounds different from the Apogee Symphony Desktop, I would like to know. I would like to know how the special edition sounds. Maybe it sounds way better than the Neumann. I'm not sure. So yeah, let me know, man. Send me that thing. I'll send it back. The number 1 sound has to go to the Neumann. It's so rich. The sound stage is really good. The separation is crazy. It has a darker sound to it, a darker tone. It's a higher end converter and it sounds fantastic. I still don't think that the Apogee is that far behind, or it might be on par with it. You might like the Apogee better. Hell, you might like the Apollo better. All right, so let's talk about bang for your buck. All of these interfaces sound great, so you can make hit records with any of these interfaces. But which one deserves your hard-earned money, you know? I put the Neumann in last place because it sounds fantastic and I love it. I love the touchscreen, but I would like to see more connectivity at the price. And I know you can expand it through ADAT and the AES system and all of that. But I mean, coming out the box, I feel like it should have more inputs and outputs, especially if you got synths and you know, you want to like plug this in and have it be the hub of your studio. You're gonna have to buy like external preamps and everything like that, just so you can have more connectivity. And I would say the same thing for the Apogee as well. They both don't have enough connectivity, but the Apogee is way cheaper. So the Neumann is, you know, in last place for that fact. In number 3, I would put the Apollos in number 3. Even though you get a lot for what you pay for, the X4 has great connectivity, and I think the workflow is definitely worth it, but not everybody needs DSP or wants the workflow of the Apollo. Not everybody wants to, you know, commit to being in the ecosystem and paying for all of the plugins and everything like that you need. I think it's worth it, but everybody doesn't. So I would say for the value, I would put it in number 3. But if you do put money into it, you will have a good time if you like that workflow. I will put the Apogee Symphony Desktop at number 2 because you can actually get it used for pretty cheap, like $1,000 probably. And they go on sale sometimes. So it's between $1,500 and $1,000. So it's probably the cheapest out of all of them. And if you don't need a lot of connections, then you can definitely go with the Apogee Symphony Desktop if you're gonna be in the box. Now, RME fans, I know you're happy because RME is at number 1 for value. I mean, you get a lot. You get a lot for what you pay for. And the sound is great. So many ins and outs, so much connectivity, so much flexibility. The total mix is there's so much you can do with it. Even though I'm not feeling it, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get it. But the RME UCX2 is the best bang for your buck. All right, so the winner is up to you to decide. For me, it's gonna be the Apollo. I'm gonna keep using the Apollo because I like the way it sounds. It sounds great, and I actually enjoy listening to music through the Apollo. And the workflow is second to none. I love the plugins. I just don't see myself moving from it just because another audio interface sounds better. You know, I know we're dealing with sound, but for what I'm doing as a music producer, as a music creator, artist, I feel like the Apollo meets my needs. So that's it, man. For me, the Apollo reigns supreme, but for you, it might be one of the other ones. So you have to choose what's right for you. So if you found value in this video and you want to buy any of these audio interfaces, you can use the links in the description below. It goes to Zounds. Zounds has fast, free shipping and the best payment plans in the business. Very, very customizable payment plans. And if you use the links, you help support the channel, and I really appreciate you. All right, so that's it. I'll see you on the next one.